Hello, my name is Lyndsey, and I will be presenting the growth of influencer marketing and its impact on consumer behavior for Business 710 Marketing Management. There are three goals associated with this presentation. First, to define influencer marketing and identify its impact on the current state of marketing. Second, to identify the relationship between influencer marketing and consumer behavior and the key factors involved. And third, to demonstrate how to construct and execute a successful influencer marketing campaign. Before we dive in, what are influencers? Influencers are regular everyday people who have created an online presence from the grassroots level through their social media channel or page, and in the process have created an extensive network of followers. They are different than traditional celebrities who rely on their existing careers to become popular and exert influence. Influencer marketing is about product placement or endorsement on social media networks through an influencer. Here are some key influencer marketing metrics. By 2025, there will be over 4 billion social media users globally, according to Statista. Social media is now the largest advertising channel with global spending of over $266 billion, cementing its role in consumer influence and engagement. Influencer marketing is projected to reach over $32 billion in global market size by 2025. And the top 3 channels for influencer campaigns are Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Now, some key consumer metrics. According to HubSpot, 31% of social media users prefer to find out about new products through an influencer they follow as opposed to any other format or channel. 69% of consumers trust influencers, friends, and family over information coming directly from a brand, according to Matter Communications. 76% of users across platforms intended to or have made a product purchase off the back of a social media post. According to research, 3% of consumers would consider buying a product in-store if promoted by a celebrity, compared to 60% for an influencer. Now let's dive into the relationship between influencers and the consumers. Influencers are today's leading digital opinion leaders, influencing consumer attitudes and behaviors. Consumers are relying on influencers for genuine brand information, and influencers are actively engaged with consumers by delivering brand-promoted messaging through their social media platforms. Influencers are combining and intertwining a promotion with the natural way they present themselves and connect with their audience. And how successful an influencer is with achieving this affects the way that the product or the core of the promotion lands with their audience. In the journal article titled Influencer Marketing: Impact of Authenticity on Customer Purchase Intentions, the researchers identified that the authenticity of influencer marketing is the foundation of its success. Authenticity involves aligning one's self-presentation with personal values and beliefs, fostering credibility and trust among followers. Further, it encompasses the relational and emotional dynamics that strengthen audience engagement. Followers are more likely to engage with social media influencers they perceive as accurate, directly impacting their emotional and behavioral responses to influencer content. And within this previously referenced journal article, the authors discussed 5 dimensions of authenticity as a framework for analysis, and these 5 are sincerity, truthful endorsements, visibility, expertise, and uniqueness. The first part is sincerity. Perceived sincerity refers to, quote, the extent to which consumers believe an influencer's content is genuine, honest, and free from manipulative intent. Influencers who exhibit sincerity typically generate higher trust and more positive attitudes among consumers. The second part is truthful endorsements. It is crucial that social media influencers make endorsements that are in line with their personality and their values. For example, if a beauty influencer has built her social media presence on natural, clean, and ethically made beauty products, then partnering with a major beauty retailer that is known for toxic ingredients or unethical practices is inauthentic. Authentic brand endorsements convey the perception that collaborations extend beyond profit-driven exploitation of an influencer's audience. Instead, they serve as opportunities for influencers to express their identity and values by partnering with brands that resonate with their passions and their personal interests. It is much more effective when a social media influencer seems naturally driven to advocate for a product rather than acting out of a self-interest such as profit or exposure. The third part is perceived visibility. Visibility refers to, quote, a state of openness and transparency, end quote. Studies show that openness and honest self-disclosure contribute to perceptions of a leader's authenticity. In other words, the more vulnerable, open, and relatable an influencer is with their audience, the more a consumer is likely to believe they're authentic. The fourth part is expertise. Expertise is centered on the qualifications and the abilities of an individual influencer. When information is disseminated by an expert in a topic, the content seems more genuine and more cohesive. The journal article notes that the individuals recognized as subject matter experts in a particular domain are esteemed for their authenticity. This insight shows the importance of talent in amplifying perceptions of authenticity. Knowledge is important in shaping consumer attitudes and behaviors, and social media influencers that demonstrate expertise positively impact consumer attitudes toward a specific product or brand. Finally, uniqueness. Social media influencers that have a unique personality and provide unique content are perceived as authentic by their audiences. The journal article notes that, quote, the perceived uniqueness of a social media influencer's content has been shown to enhance consumers' willingness to engage with the influencer, adhere to the recommendations, and endorse the influencer to others, end quote. This 5-part framework serves to demonstrate the unique factors contributing to authenticity, which significantly impacts consumer behavior. Now that we have insights on what impacts consumer behavior, let's look into ways a company could execute an influencer marketing campaign. First, like any other marketing campaign, set your goals and your key performance indicators and confirm your budget. Are you trying to raise brand awareness? Are you trying to promote a new product? Or are you trying to drive leads? Second, choose the networks that you'd like to target. To do this, you need to review your media type. Are you posting short-form media content, short-form videos? Are you posting statics like single graphics or carousels? What platforms are ideal based on that? For example, if your media type is short-form video content, your ideal platforms would probably be TikTok and Instagram. After you've established this, it's time to choose your influencer. I'm going to break down the 4 different types of influencers, and these types are differentiated based on their exposure opportunities, and they're broken down based on their follower count. The first category is nano-influencers and creators. These influencers typically have less than 1,000 followers and have influence within a particular social media community. The second group is micro-influencers. These influencers range from 1,000 to 100,000 followers. And these influencers typically build their presence on social media because they are regarded as experts on a topic. The third category is macro influencers, and these have 100,000 to 1 million followers. And they are typically internet celebrities who have built their following and their social media presence within a specific niche. And finally, there are mega influencers, and these are celebrities and global CEOs. With these types of influencers, this definitely gets the maximum exposure because they typically have a great amount of followers. However, they are known for a lower engagement rate. The Digital Marketing Institute prescribes some further considerations for finding an influencer. First is audience type and quality. Ask yourself, does their audience align with your target audience? The second part is preferred social network. What platform is the influencer active on, and what is their strongest platform? Does that platform align with where your target audience resides? If you're promoting a show, you'd want to use video-heavy platforms. If an influencer is typically posting on Twitter and they're using text-based media posts, then it's probably not in line with what your goals are for your marketing campaign. You'd want to use an influencer that is dominant on TikTok and Instagram. Third is content quality. Does the content that this particular influencer creates align with your brand and your brand values? You don't want something that clashes and that will deter from your mission. Next is authenticity. Does this influencer appear genuine and believable when they promote products? Next is brand personality. Does their communication style and personal brand align with your company's values? Engagement rate and frequency are also important. So to look into this, how much engagement does this particular influencer get from their following? Some important metrics to look at are video views and likes ratio, comments to likes ratio, and the rate of shares. You can also consider how often do they feature other products. Would there be a potential clash? And how often does this influencer publish new content? And finally, fees. What model does your influencer prefer to use for payment? Cost per action, cost per click, or flat fees? And does this model work for your budget and your goals? After these considerations, develop your campaign and connect with your influencers. Make sure that you define your scope of work, what deliverables are required from the influencer, any crucial deadlines, and of course, compensation details. And finally, monitor the performance of the influencer's posts. This can be done in 3 different ways. First, it can be done natively within the individual social platform. This typically exposes you to vanity metrics such as likes, comments, and shares. The second method is through Google Analytics or a customer relationship management platform such as HubSpot. And third is an influencer marketing management platform. These platforms typically give insights that are deeper than vanity metrics. For example, Impact is one of the top influencer marketing management platforms, and they give insights beyond the vanity metrics. And they also offer an influencer marketplace and different automations for a company that seeks to do influencer marketing on a larger scale. So for example, if you want to automate payments, and if you want to automate the process of finding influencers, this can be done within an influencer marketing management platform. And finally, to wrap up, what type of influencer collaborations can companies use for their marketing campaigns? So the Digital Marketing Institute suggests the following list. First is event coverage. These types of collaborations are aimed at people in a particular area or with specific interests, and companies can greatly benefit from an influencer collaboration in this area. Event organizers can bring on influencers to cover the event, do meet and greets, speak or provide exclusive experiences, but ultimately, it drives more people to learn about the organizers and their mission. Another type of opportunity or collaboration is gifting. As mentioned earlier, 69% of consumers trust influencers, friends, and family over information coming directly from a brand. Gifting allows companies to capitalize on this, and this involves seeking brand exposure and product promotion for the price of your product or service. The company could send an influencer a sample of a product or even offer them a free service in exchange for them promoting it on their social media platforms. A third type of collaboration is a video. And this could bring on an influencer to make a video or a video series for a marketing campaign. And this is beneficial because videos can be shared with the influencer's audience and can be further repurposed and redistributed by the company. A fourth way that companies can collaborate with influencers is through a giveaway. Companies can use this type of collaboration to host a giveaway on an influencer's platform. And these types of collaborations typically attract a lot of engagement because the influencer will direct their followers to either like, comment, or share as part of their entry into the giveaway. So this creates a lot of exposure. And finally, takeovers. This type of collaboration involves influencers taking over a company's social channels for a period of time. This could look like an influencer posting content directly to a company's social channels. They could also host a live video. This is a very popular method. And so through this, given that the influencer promotes this on their personal page ahead of time, this allows the influencer's audience to be driven to that company's social channels. So let's wrap up. Now you should be able to understand influencer marketing and its impact on the current state of marketing. You should be able to identify the relationship between influencer marketing and consumer behavior and the key factors involved. And finally, you can demonstrate how to construct and execute a successful influencer marketing campaign. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope it was informational, and I wish you all a blessed close to the summer semester.